Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so hello everybody. I'll present Imagine Beyond 5G. I'm the project coordinator, and well, let's get started. So we are a smaller project. Our budget is around 11 million euro. We have for Cascade funding around 4.5 million euros. I'll explain a bit more later. And we are a consortium of 17 partners, and we have 4 experimental facilities in Norway, in France, Portugal, and Spain. So the main objectives of the project, it's first, we would like to work on the definition of KPIs and KVIs, and also novel business models for beyond 5G verticals. We also have an objective common to all the projects in this call to build a large scale end-to-end beyond 5G or advanced 5G facility. And again, we have these 4 test beds. Sorry. We plan to make the test beds facilities easy to use or to access, because we will have a lot of third parties coming via open calls. And there, well, I'll explain a bit you later. And well, we have another objective is to develop some open source tools or modules, components for advanced 5G. Then later on, the onboarding of all these third parties that will come via Cascade funding to perform the trials, pilots, and showcases. We have a validation objective for the different levels, including this societal domain, the famous KVIs and so on, and we try to an objective for impact, dissemination, and so on. Okay. Okay, so we will have 3 releases of our platform. So the 4 different facilities, and we plan to have 1 open call after each platform release. So basically 1 open call per year. Maybe what it's interesting is that we will have 1 open call to allow for extensions or enhancements of the facilities, either hardware or software. And then we will also have like 3 open calls for what we call vertical experiments. This is the project Gantt, but basically I wanted to include this just to show where these open calls might we plan them to start in the project. So we would like to publish the first open call already before summer, so that during fall the first winners of the open calls will join, and then the second open call will be published again before summer next year, and in fall 2024 the third parties will join the project, and then a final and smaller or shorter open call in the last year of the project. Okay, so this is a high-level picture of the platform where we have some vertical stakeholders. So in our project we have a rather large board of external verticals that they will help or define, let's say, the overall use case to be implemented in one of the facilities, and that we will look for these third parties via open calls to implement it. And regarding this, a common question for all these projects, this API. So we plan to make the facilities available. We are also reusing a lot of work done in 5G PPP projects, but would like to highlight these 3GPP APIs like CAPIF. But also one of the main innovations of the project is to work in the what's called, or it's known as network as a code. That the idea is to provide APIs of the network to application programmers or developers. So of course that those features are not ready yet, but it's we plan to work on it in the project, and in the probably not in the first open call this year, but in the next ones, we will be able to offer some unique APIs for regarding the network capabilities. And well, we'll have some strong tests and validations. We have a Keysight in the consortium with us. Then I'll go briefly over the different facilities. So the Norwegian facility is led by Telenor. We will have available this so-called next generation platform, network on wheels, and some indoor private networks. Well, we have also a University of Oslo that we will have there well, a site. As you all know, Telenor has had a lot of projects in 5GPP on verticals, starting from 5G Bini and others. So we are actually leveraging all that work. And for example, this idea of vertical stakeholders, in a way, also comes from the experience and lessons learned from these previous projects. For the French facility, we have Eurecom. And basically, well, of course, this will be an open source testbed, as you all know. So, but it will be very interesting for some specific open calls could be for developing some specific components in open source for the testbed. And the facility will provide aerial and remote sites. And in this one, it will be well, let's say easier to implement these advanced 5G features as soon as the UEs or the devices catch up. Also, the idea is that we will use this testbed to test some Open RAN or more general, not just ORAN test. The Portuguese facility is will be located in Aveiro, with hosted by the Institute of Telecommunications, Altis Lab, Capgemini, and Ubiquare, and they will cover a different number of locations in the city that will be used for later on performing these trials and pilots. And in Spain, we will have four sites. So we will have a rural site. Well, let's say north of Madrid. That site has one characteristic that is full only with green energy. So that's actually one of the topics that we will use and to work in the project on how to exploit and how we can benefit from renewable energies and possibility of moving loads around, for example. Then we will have another site in the port of Valencia, and another one at the UPB, the university campus. And we will have also an indoor or laboratory site at Nokia Spain headquarters. And well, here is the list of our vertical stakeholder board that we are open to increase. But the thing is, as I said before, so these companies will help us without being partners in the project, will help us in the definition of the use cases, KPIs, KVIs. They will also help in the user selection if there are no conflicts of interest. And they will also even some of them, not all of them, participate in the in the pilots and trials. And so, for example, we have a number of broadcasters, and so they will define the use case, but it will be like third companies to implement it in collaboration with them and with one of the facilities of the consortium. And to avoid conflicts of interest, advisory board members cannot participate in the open calls. We in IMAGINE-B5G we have a number of use cases that in mind that we promoted in the proposal, but actually we wanted to be able to cover as many verticals, and then like the detailed definition of the use cases will come soon for the first open call, working with the vertical stakeholders, and also we want to give like opportunity to these companies coming via open calls to propose like applications or use cases, given the facilities that we will have and we will make available. So actually we, as you can see there, we'll plan to cover quite many verticals. Then regarding open calls, I don't know if Alex has told you, but there will be another webinar soon, so I didn't want to put a lot of details. But basically, we have, as I said before, 4.6 million euro budget, might be a little bit less. We would like to we have a goal that at least 50% of that budget goes for SMEs, scale-ups, and startups. And as I said before, we plan for 3 open calls, one every year. And in the first and second year, we will have the possibility, let's say 2 categories: vertical experiments and another for platform extensions. So just and then, just to say that as all of the new projects we met a couple of weeks ago here in Valencia, and we are working very hard to prepare all the information needed for the first open call, which is very soon, and to make ready this first release of the platform or of the facilities. Oops, sorry. And I think that's it. Thanks for your time, and I guess we'll take.
Thank you very much.